And welcome back, everyone. We have Eloro Resources Limited. It trades on the OTCQX under the symbol ELRRF and on the TSX under the symbol ELO. It's an exploration and mine development company with a portfolio of gold and base metal properties in Bolivia, Peru, and Quebec. Please welcome CEO and Chairman Tom Larsen. Welcome, Tom.
How are you? Great to be here.
Wonderful. Yeah, we're excited to hear your presentation. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So I just wanted, first of all, to take this opportunity to thank the audience for taking their time to listen to the Eloro Resources story. Basically, we are, again, an exploration mine development company listed on the TSX symbol ELO, Toronto Stock Exchange. In the background, you see the Iska major silver tin polymetallic deposit, formerly a volcanic, or what's left of an old volcanic edifice. And that's sort of the focus of our company, Eloro, in enhancing this multi-metal Bolivian style bonanza type of deposit. So if I go through, that gives you a little glimpse of just the size, the nature of this particular system, which is very similar to about 3 or 4 others that have been discovered over the last couple of centuries in Bolivia. So we'll move to the next slide here. This is typical cautionary language. Next, we're talking about the Iska silver tin polymetallic discovery. I mentioned tin. There's 4 major metals that we've been outlining in this deposit. Basically silver, which is 35%, tin, another 30%, the remainder being zinc and lead. We came out with our initial mineral resource estimate, this was a year ago, August, 560 million tons of a combination of metals. That came in at 298 million ounces of silver contained in situ, 4.09 million tons of zinc, 1.74 million tons of lead, 130,000 tons of tin, one of the top 5 tin resources out there, and very much underexplored. Overall, this system contains from over 120,000 meters of drilling, $50–60 million spent since 2001, outlined over 1.15 billion ounces of silver equivalent. This project, the Iska, has the potential to host 2 world-class type deposits on the same property. One a silver zinc lead dominant deposit, the other more of a tin silver deposit that we will get into. So I'll continue on to the next slide. Basically, the share capitalization for the amount of drilling and monies raised, our share cap is still very, very tight. My background back in the 80s, 70s was that of a stockbroker when they had such a name. I've been very, very careful as to the share count. And at this stage, we're at roughly 84.49 million shares outstanding, 102 million fully diluted, 3 million cash, no debt. The breakdown of the shareholder roster, roughly 50% implied retail. Most of that is legacy shareholders of mine from my former company, Champion Minerals, that I founded in 2006, currently with a share cap of over $4 billion, thanks to the Australian group that I brought in 2012 under the leadership of Michael O'Keefe. So a good, well-endowed group of shareholders. Management board have 22% of that 84 million. Carche Silver, a junior sister company of Eloro's, owns 3% of the shares outstanding, and institutional, we have roughly 25%. One of those institutions, Crescat Capital, who've been very, very helpful. They came in with the inaugural financing for us when we picked up the Iska project back in 2020. They currently hold about 16% of that 25% institutional. We have 2 analyst coverage reports, Cantor Fitzgerald, Matthew O'Keefe, and also Pierre Valancourt of Haywood Securities that have been very helpful on the bought deal raises over the last 2–3 years. Next. keep saying next here. Hold on a sec. The next slide, we go to just a quick shot of the infrastructure, the location, and the fact that we're on this very unique tin belt. You hear of the big copper porphyry systems in Argentina up through Chile, part of Argentina, but mainly Chile up into Ecuador, Peru, these areas. Well, in Bolivia, rather than a porphyry feeder copper system, we have a tin porphyry copper system, and we're in the middle of that. There was a project back in the 16th century discovered called Cerro Rico. Over 2.5 billion ounces of silver have been mined from this deposit, very similar to us from the standpoint of a volcanic structure. They also had a tin component as well. They were also located 180 kilometers due north of us on the tin belt. It runs 1,000 kilometers long from northern Argentinian border, the Salta province, up through and to the northwest into southeastern Peru, where the large tin mining operation owned by Minsur, the San Rafael, that produces around 5% of annual tin production, which is overall 300,000 tons is the annual production of tin. So a very scarce metal, 3 times the price of copper. Tin is going to play a very important role in the mix of our polymetallic, and with the aim of bringing in a much bigger player to help assist with this gigantic potential deposit. Dr. Osvaldo Arce, he is the fellow behind basically the initiative for us to become involved in Bolivia. I always had a bit of an issue with Bolivia, back when Evo Morales was running things. It was sort of unpredictable. That game has totally changed. I saw the success of New Pacific Metals. They got up to $1 billion market cap back in 2019. That intrigued us. And so Dr. Osvaldo Arce, who is our Senior VP Exploration in Bolivia, born and raised in Bolivia, was president of the Geological Society of Bolivia, is our head, Executive VP of Latin American Operations. He had a very good relationship with the private owner of the Isca project. And we were very, very, because of Dr. Osvaldo's relationships and it being a private company, private property, which is very important, so we can earn 100% interest. It was Dr. Osvaldo Arce that pointed us in the direction of this project becoming involved. He's written books on metallogenic, major Bolivian-style polymetallic deposits. You see his book in the background there. So he oversees everything down in Bolivia on our behalf. Next here, so we just want to give you a little bit of an infrastructure map. I've been involved in the iron ore space in the Quebec Labrador Iron Ore Trough back in 2006. That's where my company that I founded, Champion, that's where their tenement properties, iron ore properties are. When you're dealing with bulk sampling, bulk tonnage, this is, obviously infrastructure and transport is all important. And this is what I love about this project, the location of where we are in relation to the logistical support systems, being rail, being road, being water, being hydro, and also the fact that we're in southern Bolivia, up 3,000 meters, up in the Altiplano, 4,000 meters. I'm going to present quickly a video that you'll see. It'll be a 14-minute video, and it'll show you sort of the background and just give you a flavor of what we're dealing with in Bolivia. And I will then come back and finish off. But I'd like the audience just to get a first pass flavor on Bolivia, southern Bolivia, where we're located. So we'll move on to the video if we could.
En el corazón de la cordillera de los Andes, acunada por terrenos escarpados y acariciada por los dorados rayos del sol, se encuentra el histórico pueblo de Tupiza. Antaño, un bullicioso centro de comercio y negocios, La historia de Tupiza está tejida con hilos de plata y estaño, la sangre vital de su economía durante generaciones. En el pasado, los mineros descendían a las profundidades de la tierra, sus linternas proyectando sombras titilantes contra las antiguas paredes de las minas. Pero con el paso de los años, las venas una vez abundantes comenzaron a menguar y Tupiza se encontró en una encrucijada. El auge de la industria minera dio paso a un período de incertidumbre, dejando atrás pozos vacíos y sueños abandonados. El pueblo estaba al borde del declive, su futuro pendiendo de un hilo. Pero incluso mientras Tupiza mira hacia el futuro, permanece arraigada en su herencia minera, honrando los sacrificios y contribuciones de aquellos que vinieron antes.
Bolivia es un país minero, como esta región es netamente minera, la forma de subsistencia de la gente y habitante de este sector es netamente minera. Lo bueno es que en Bolivia tenemos diferentes y una gran variedad de minerales en diferentes calidades y leyes, ¿no? Entonces Bolivia siempre ha sido caracterizada desde aquellos tiempos como un país minero.
Dentro de la historia, Tupiza, la parte del sur, exactamente estamos hablando no solo Tupiza, sino el tema podemos hablar de Vitichi, Cotagaita, Atocha, Villazón, Tupiza, son netamente sector minero.
Pero es una realidad para este sector y para el resto del mundo de que la minería sí trae beneficios, sí trae progreso a toda región donde está asentada los diferentes proyectos. Quiera sea o no, la minería es un tema, un pilar que provee economía, provee trabajo, progreso a las ciudades donde se encuentra.
Un claro ejemplo, mira, hay un inversionista canadiense que está en San Vicente, que está acá al lado de nosotros, que es Pan American Silver. Es netamente inversionistas canadienses, ¿no? Entonces, pero el Estado garantiza su estabilidad jurídica dentro de sus operaciones. Si una empresa extranjera va a venir a ofrecer inversión, si hay un yacimiento, porque eso es lo que estamos trabajando hoy por hoy, la empresa Iskay están también trabajando, si no me equivoco, son también con inversionistas canadienses, ¿no? Entonces, lo que tenemos que hacer es garantizar como Estado, como departamento y como provincia, de que este inversionista debe tener esa estabilidad jurídica. Que todos ganemos. El inversionista gana la gente de la región, gana el Estado, el departamento y todos nos beneficiamos.
Bolivia es un país abierto a la inversión extranjera. Lo ha sido durante las últimas décadas y ha sido un país relativamente estable. Por ejemplo, en materia de government take y pago de impuestos, el sistema fiscal aplicable a la producción minera se ha mantenido estable durante los últimos años sin reportar grandes variaciones. La ley minera es una ley relativamente nueva que se ha mantenido estable y que busca atraer nuevas inversiones. Entonces, en términos generales, el marco normativo, el marco legal para la inversión extranjera en Bolivia es positivo y se ha mantenido estable durante los últimos años.
Se ha logrado acceder a una sociedad con Eloro, la empresa Eloro y la empresa minera Villegas, de forma que se está realizando un proyecto muy grande para esta región, ¿no? De llegarse a la producción de esta zona, se va a determinar de que la zona es muy buena y la población también va a ser beneficiada con todos sus productos.
Desde una perspectiva contractual, el oro tiene un contrato de opción con la empresa minera Villegas, con quien se ha desarrollado una gran relación y con quien se viene desarrollando el proyecto de manera conjunta durante estos últimos años.
Me complace en indicar de que el oro está llegando a unos sectores vírgenes. Sabemos que es un proyecto que va a resultar. Entonces, y la población nos tenemos que dar cuenta que es algo que se tiene que hacer. La población aledaña o las poblaciones que están como propietarias de esa zona están siendo beneficiadas.
El 2021 hemos tenido la primera relación con relación a la empresa minera Tupiza para poder cerciorarnos y de manera muy favorable hemos podido conversar y recibimos con un pensamiento que tiene la empresa minera Tupiza. Confiamos mucho de lo que esta empresa va a ser fructífero y va a tener una buena relación con la comunidad, porque hasta la fecha hemos tenido de una estrecha relación entre empresa y la comunidad, como también del municipio.
Desde un punto de vista aquí en la comunidad, lo que se ha ido viendo de acuerdo a la economía, los papás sacan hasta bachiller, que es aquí, terminan hasta sexto año de escolaridad, terminan el bachillerato y se quedan hasta ahí. También continúan nomás siendo como los papás, dedicándose a la agricultura. Hay algunos otros también que salen, pero nosotros siempre estamos con esa visión, con ese ánimo de incentivarles que ellos sean mejores que sus padres, vayan estudiando. Viendo ya el apoyo que ha ido haciendo la empresa minera Tupiza, desde las gestiones anteriores, apoyando en la parte educativa, implementando una sala de computación, mejorando todo eso, entonces ya se está yendo actualizando a partir de eso. Pero cuando ya lleguen a la explotación de la minería con esta empresa, vemos y esperamos que estos niños vayan mejorando en sus estudios y sean mejores el día de mañana.
Para el caso concreto de el oro y el proyecto Isca, que se está desarrollando en la región de Tupiza, las experiencias que se han reportado de la presencia de la compañía en Tupiza también han sido positivas, lo que viene fuertemente apalancado de un programa de responsabilidad social con las comunidades y con la región también importante. Según los últimos reportes a los que he tenido acceso, pues la compañía ha podido desarrollar infraestructura sanitaria, por ejemplo, para más de 100 familias en la región, lo que garantiza un marco de estabilidad y un marco de, digamos, de apertura amigable hacia la llegada de el oro a través de su subsidiaria empresa minera Tupiza.
El doctor Willy Alfaro, el especialista médico anestesista, junto con su fructífera carrera médica, también ha tenido y sigue teniendo una prodigiosa carrera musical, con más de 100 composiciones, de las cuales 85 están registradas. El nativo de Tupiza ha recibido una medalla de oro, placa al mejor compositor, disco de plata y reconocimientos del Ministerio de Cultura y del Colegio Médico de Bolivia.
Lo único que tiene que hacer el boliviano es recibir esas inversiones, pero recibirlas bien documentadas, bien fundamentadas para que tenga provecho pues la nación, ¿no? No hay que tener miedo a eso. Pero también aquí, al recibir esas inversiones, esa inversión solo tiene que también aplicarlas bien, ¿no?
La llegada del oro, de Cartier, pero además de otras compañías vinculadas a la exploración, marcan un antes y un después en la relación comercial entre Canadá y Bolivia. Y esto yo creo que es tremendamente positivo. Desde una perspectiva jurídica, los derechos del oro a través de empresa minera Tupiza están garantizados y son derechos sólidos que garantizan el desarrollo del proyecto exploratorio, pero además el paso hacia el desarrollo y eventualmente hacia la producción. Entonces, digamos que la seguridad jurídica desde una perspectiva contractual para el oro a través de empresa minera Tupiza son sólidos y están garantizados.
El doctor Osvaldo Arce es el gerente general de Minera Tupiza. Con un doctorado de la Universidad de Tohoku en Japón, complementado por una amplia gama de estudios de posgrado en todo el mundo, el doctor Arce es un faro de conocimiento en su campo. Con una impresionante carrera, liderando y consultando para empresas prestigiosas como BHP, Newmont, Barrick y como presidente de la Sociedad Geológica Boliviana, respetado profesor, el doctor Arce ha dejado una marca indeleble en el panorama minero de Bolivia.
So we are in the Chorrillos project, Gonalbert area, where you can see all these roads are connecting with underground workings. So we've been sampling and mapping all these roads plus all the property. And this is high silver prospect of Cartier Silver Company, which is another company, but is like a sister of Minera Tupiza Eloro Resources. So we have about the same geological context as Izcaízca. That's why we are really interested to progress in this project. And also, hopefully, we have another mine, which is around 20 kilometers south of Izcaízca. Izcaízca project is one of the best projects in the world, one of the largest polymetallic porphyry in the world. So probably will be among the 10 main or largest companies in the world. The important thing to have as a foreign company that comes to Bolivia is that, respects La Eloro, all this, culture, respects people, respects the country's laws, all these that are really beneficial for everyone. The country needs this type of investment. The authorities, the president, everybody's committed to have these type of projects. So we will keep working on our, basic concepts. So we are planning to go ahead and try to have a new mine for this country. We have a 100% control. We have all the legal documents signed and approved, so there's no any risk. I'm really proud to work for Eloro. I love Bolivia, and I think Eloro could help my country.
De tanto quererla, morirse de amor. Ay, la, 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 la. Clavelitas de palo y una azucena de manantial.
So I thought this would be a little unique for a presentation on a company, a resource publicly traded company. It's a very complex type of journey that we're taking. Lots of different aspects that have to be covered, and all important. We're a guest to the country of Bolivia, and we have the privilege of working with Bolivians, and we've had tremendous support from them, and we in turn will always support the Bolivian group that are involved in Izcaízca. This shot here that I'm showing you, that is sort of the inner core, the sort of what they call the collapsed caldera of the volcanic Izcaízca edifice. It's a 9.5 kilometer perimeter encircled type of deposit area that we're starting off in. And again, this was back in the Miocene period, 12, 15 million years ago, when all this volcanism took place. So that gives you a bit of a picture, but just the size potential. We're sort of running to the end of this, so I'd just like to quickly show you that out of all the drilling, this project had never been drilled. We started in September of 2020. It's a $10 million deal. We have 2.8 million US left to pay the vendor for 100% ownership. Every single hole that we've drilled in this volcanic edifice hit mineralization. That's the extent of the size and the feeder systems from the porphyry system deeper down. We are infilling as we speak to show a truly economic PEA model. This is where the infill drilling is taking place, an open pit, 1-to-1 stripping ratio. It'll be a 35,000 ton a day type operation, open pit. That'll be in the PEA, expected out end of second quarter 2025, maybe third quarter 2025. These are some of the intercepts, up to 400 meter of great silver equivalent value. So it just shows you the immensity of this type of this project. More infill drilling. These results just came out from our 5,000 meter campaign that we're currently drilling. There'll be news over the next 2 weeks on those infill holes and a few step outs. But we're coming in with over 66.9 grams silver over 289 meters. Just fantastic drilling results that we're starting to get on the infill. That gives you another idea, a diagram of what we're looking at. Fantastic bulk. This is a bulk tonnage type operation. Just go to our website, www.elororesources.com, and when you have time, just sort of go through the different slides here. This shows for expansion of the open pit, the tin domain to the west, the zinc domain to the east, 1,500 meter strike length on that open pit, probably going to 2,600 meters. And again, just to conclude here, we should complete this drilling mid-December, another 15,000 meters in January, to then conclude for the PEA. Very, very excited, and just feel very privileged to be involved in this project.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Tom, so much for your time and presentation today. And we'd love to have you back with some more updates in the near future.
Great. Thanks a lot, Anna. Take care.
All right, everyone. We'll be right back with our next presenter.